Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Y'all are such wise congregants clapping for me.
Have your body.
I got something to say that I really wrestled with saying because I think it's a personal, private matter. But I think I need to give God the praise anyway. For my life, I had a problem being a father, and I thought that was a gift God gave me, but it had been taken from me because I made the wrong decisions.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. You know, I did the Bathsheba thing like how many times? 5, 6, 7 times. Amen. Y'all did it too. Y'all don't want to talk about it anyway. And it's bothered me all my life, and I felt like a failure because I never had my children. They were just gone. And I did a lot of things wrong in my life, but when it came to parenthood, fatherhood, I think that's a gift God gave me. So it's hard seeing your gift taken from you over and over again. And I had, very close to my sons, and then the mother said that I kidnapped them, and the police came to my house, and police came to my house and dragged me out of my house and threw me into jail. And I spent the night in jail in New Jersey, and I was bailed out.
Yep.
And that whole criminal trial went on 18 months. They wanted to give me a couple of years. And what had happened is that she left the country, didn't tell me, and the kids didn't want to go be watched by their cousin who they said was mean. So we had joint custody. So when she's out the country, I'm the parent, as far as I'm concerned, as far as the law is concerned. And then we had alternate weeks of visitation. So she came back, she waited until it was again my vacation to get back at me to say, I want the kids now. We had planned vacation. I says, no, you didn't even call me. You went away, I had the kids, and I'm taking my week because I took time off from work. She says, he kidnapped my kids. And, she and her parents came with the minister collars and everything and went to the precinct in Willingboro. And of course it seemed impressive, and the officer didn't want to hear anything from me, locked me up. And it all came out during when the prosecutor put the evidence before the grand jury. He withheld the fact that I had a visitation court order. He didn't tell the grand jury that there was one giving me that time. So I was indicted on a felony.
Yes.
And Doug was busy when he wanted to be. So we went, but we're prepared for trial. My attorney kept telling me, and I ran out of money because I had to defend, I had to pay out, and it went 18 months, and I ran out of money, and I had to get a legal aid attorney, and he was very bad. Just so happened that I was practicing law at the time, so he wasn't going to try to sucker me into like so many black men plead out when they don't have to. I just wasn't going to do it. And so I said, file your motion to dismiss, and he filed a motion, and we won because the judge was so upset that this had happened to me, that she just couldn't believe that anyone would do that, and the prosecutor withheld evidence from the grand jury, and the police officer lied. But then right after that, she took the kids and moved to North Carolina, and there's nothing the courts did to her. Now I got thrown in jail for 1 day, but they let her go when she took them out of state. But that's just the way it is. Anyhow, and then at the time, I was with Elizabeth's mother. You know Elizabeth. We got married and everything. And we had been friends for a long time, for about 3 years, and I thought I knew her. And right after she realized, after we got married, that she was pregnant, she left. And I used to go back and forth to New York to see Elizabeth and do the best that I can with that situation until it got colder and colder for me in New York. And then I was going through the kidnapping trial and everything. It was very difficult for me. I got falsely accused of stealing people's money in New York. It was all a lie. I had a family problem, which family accused me of the same thing, all at the same time. And then I couldn't see Elizabeth. And when I finally went to court to see Elizabeth, but all this burden, on the first night I had Elizabeth, the mother said that I sexually molested her. And police were involved again. Prosecutors were involved. And it came out that, of course, it wasn't true, that she was 2, 3 years old at the time. That she was coached. They put it in writing. There's nothing going on, that she was coached. And then she made like 5 more similar complaints. She made even a complaint against my youngest son, Jared, that he did that. And he was in North Carolina, and child welfare went to North Carolina to interview him. And the prosecutors, I guess they don't like me, the prosecutors wanted to prosecute my son. And that was all dismissed because it just wasn't true. It just was not true. None of it was true whatsoever. And then went through a process where she'd start fights whenever I go to see Elizabeth. How y'all doing? I couldn't call and speak to Elizabeth. So we went back to court. And we fought since 2013. You know, you got to hold your head up no matter what's going on. You can't let the devil win. And at the same time, I was beginning ministry with these fights, you know, on every front. And we fought from 2013 up until May 2nd. And when everything came out, the courts awarded me custody of Elizabeth. So, amen. So, and I say that, and I say this that, you know, we don't know what everyone is dealing with.
That's right.
You know, so that's why I don't particularly judge people, because I know what I've been going through. I know it's very, very, very hard. And but I found that through it all, the one thing that I had, that were two things. I got to thank my mother, because when times are hard, she was there. But I thank Reverend Fred Sills, because a lot of things that he knew that nobody else knew, and he was come to look for me because he knew. I also thank Mother Sills and Francine, because sometimes I was hungry and somehow they showed some food. It's a bag of stuff, you know. But I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord because if God hadn't crushed me with everything that I held so dear, I'd have not been where I'm at now. So I say that don't fret too much when things are going wrong.
Amen.
You know, God is going to work it out anyway. And I know it hurts. Because I've been there, but if God had not brought me through all that, I would not have understand the depth of despair, and also the heights of this blessing. So when you're going through, it's not that God is taken away. It's not that things are falling apart. Things are falling into place.
Amen.
You know, and you just got to hold on and trust Him no matter what. Because I remember every day I would preach and I would go home and stand in the corner and cry. Every day for a year. And I didn't know what was going to happen to me. And because I just didn't know, everything that I held that I was proud of was gone. But I had Jesus in my life, and that's what made the difference. And I say to you, the devil's going to make you think that the world is coming to an end, but it ain't coming to an end. It's a new beginning. When a child is born, he or she is being squeezed, and he comes to a hostile environment, which he was cozy, but now there's people poking and carrying on. Then you try to tell them to learn how to walk, and that's how it is. That's what it means to be born again. And to be born again, you got to go through a process. So if you're going through a process, I just want you to hold on. I'm here to tell you that the enemy is going to try to take everything from you that he can. Everything that you hold dear, even your health, he's going to attack. If he can get you to eat what you're not supposed to eat, if he can get you to get stressed out when you're not supposed to be stressed out, and get you in a corner, he's going to do it. But I just want y'all to hold on. It's going to come out all right. You know, weeping may endure for a night, but what? Joy cometh in the morning. Paul said when he went through all he went through, all he said is that I didn't win the race, he said, but I have run the race. He endured to the end. And just remember that Jesus didn't have it easy either. No, when he was born, they put him in a manger. What's in a manger? Cows, pigs. Yeah, it's a barn. And he was a man of many sorrows, the Bible said. He didn't have it easy. He wasn't singing and dancing and carrying on. He was a man of many troubles. And at the end, they crucified him. But that's okay, because it's when God is raising you to a level, somehow, you got to go through the process. And don't despise the process. I know it's hard. I'm not here telling you because I lived on high and I learned something in a book. I lived it. And I lived it and had to pick up my head and walk anyhow. I remember going to the gas station and trying to buy $2.65 worth of gas in coins, right? And the guy's like, well, what is this? What are you giving me? You know? I'm sorry. I was on E too. But I had to do that to get to a job which was humiliating to me,
Mhm.
so I can keep the lights on.
Amen.
So, but God is good.
Yes.
He knows what He's going to do for you, and if He did it for me, He will do it for you. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, now I'm gonna. You want to do it? Come on.